beautiful. I had a long night's sleep, that's for sure. But the whole building was making noises. Strange noises. Uncanny noises. The walls were transporting the sounds and vibrations. It was kind of strange. Prison food. Incredible. Camembert and some kind of Turkish bread. What else do you need? Nah, it's terrible. Do you see that flag over there? The giant fucking Turkish flag. So I'll be going there today, to that flag, to see it up front firstly. And then there's supposed to be some kind of fortress that's falling apart, and I'm gonna be sleeping there. And then hopefully find some coffee. Yeah, welcome to Nicosia.
Derde düşsem, acı çeksem, hasta olsam, inlesem, ben derdime yanar olsam, deva nedir bilmesem. Derde düşsem, acı çeksem, hasta olsam, inlesem.
This is interesting. They just put water in yogurt boxes. Well, I think it's a very stupid idea. Yes, I feel like a Venezuelan black market dealer. Nicosia really is a crumbling beauty, isn't it? Well, there you are. Crumbling.
I believe they've transformed the British telephone box into a COVID station. That's pretty funny. I think they like cryptocurrency in this country. Miracle cash. Cash out of nowhere, huh?
Got myself some ℼ𝕼𝕋.
Before we start to properly explore this odd little country, it seems kinda reasonable to explain why I'm here in the first place. In a word, unfinished business. About 3 years ago, okay, actually that's 2 words, then never mind. About 3 years ago, I went on one of those Erasmus student exchange semesters. And for people who don't know what Erasmus is, it's a way for privileged European brats to learn how to drink and fuck in another European country while earning really easy student credit. My turn to partake in this proud tradition had come during a time when the world was shut down because of something called COVID. The university I was supposed to attend was located in Nicosia, the last divided capital on earth. Just 500 meters from the border that cuts the whole island in half. You remember that one? Well, yeah. And the place that I lived at was a home full of binge-drinking Erasmus students who made for very shallow entertainment. So I quit the scene quite early on and proceeded to explore by myself or with the few interesting people that I met. Well, here's what I can say about the Greek side. It's beautiful, but totally reliant on uninspired resort tourism, with mostly fat British pensioners coming in. Then there's some rugged mountains in the center of the island, which are nice. The Greek Cypriots themselves are friendly but narrow-minded. Oh, and of course there's the usual corrupt politicians robbing their own citizens' bank accounts while giving EU passports to Russian oligarchs. To be honest, after 4 months of living there, Greek Cyprus felt like air-conditioned capitalist purgatory, with many inbred problems that only seemed to exist because of a lack of motivation. So naturally, I was itching to see what's on the other side. But during these dark times, Northern Cyprus closed its borders entirely. This left me fucking uneasy. I couldn't bear the thought of only knowing half of the island. So now, 3 years later, I have returned to finally find out if this isolated and unrecognized country feels any different. A country that pays in lira instead of euros and eats kebab instead of gyros. This is the last frontier of the EU. An unsolved problem, forever left hanging in midair. And to truly experience such a place, I recommend traveling solo, sleeping outside, and hitchhiking. And this is exactly how we're gonna do it.
So I'm at the bus terminal. Let's find a good bus.
Man, I just love these old buses.
Fucking hell, it seems like I found myself on the university campus. This is interesting. Didn't expect to end up here. In total, I paid nothing for the bus because I acted like I was one of the students, and it was so full. There was no space at all. Oh, yeah. I actually like the campus. It's much better than I thought. I just go into one of the lectures. Which one? Engineering? Pharmacy? Let's see this one. Ah, it's empty. Shit. Here's one. What an ugly building. So just after I said that this is a really ugly building, I went to a lecture for architecture. And one girl who raised her hand had a swastika tattooed on her hand, which is kind of strange. I don't know if it's a statement, some kind of edginess. So this is an international university. And I can't help but notice that there's like 60% Western Africans. A lot of them speak in French. The others are speaking like, I guess, Nigerian accent. I'm not too sure, but yeah. And the rest are Turkish. There's all kinds of people here. It's kind of interesting, actually. Just a normal student. That's me, right? But yeah, now I'm gonna make my way to the mountains. Let's see if I can hitchhike and how long it will take me. We'll see. They probably mistake me for a student. The first one took me. That's Mustafa. Let's go to Tashkent.
Yes, Tashkent coming.
Where do you go? To Nicosia or you go home?
Nicosia, 200 meters.
A few inches later.
The shortest ride I've ever had. He didn't like me, just threw me out. No, he went to Nicosia, and I want to go to Tashkent in this direction. Looks like the fucking desert up there. I wonder if anybody's going this direction, to be honest.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Hello, Tashkent, Tashkent. Yes, okay. Hi. Nazar?
Nazar.
David.
David.
David. Okay, okay. Perfect.
There's the flag in all of its glory. Wow, it's big as fuck. Proud is he who can say he's a Turk, huh? Okay. Alright. Man, this thing is huge. So the only place you can see this thing better from is the Greek side, which is kind of offensive. But hey, I guess that's the whole point. That was actually one of the most convenient hitchhiking routes I've ever attempted. Hey man. Ah, little doggy. Well, in total just one car passed. The whole route took like 10 minutes. Much easier than the buses, that's for sure. So just before I got picked up by the first dude, Mustafa I believe, some guy approached me with a System of a Down shirt and I was like, ah, he's a typical Turkish metalhead. Turns out he's from Turkmenistan. And everybody who knows about Turkmenistan knows how rare it is to meet someone from that country. Because it's basically completely isolated. And the first thing I said was Turkmenbashi. He smiled, but maybe that guy is the reason he left the country. Well, he's dead now, but I guess the new guy who's in charge is not much better. But yeah, how nice to meet someone from fucking Turkmenistan, man. How rare. I'm grateful. Yeah, hiking path, sponsored by Pepsi. It's funny because this place is called Tashkent, which is also the capital city of Uzbekistan, I believe. Hey, the sign knows where I want to go. Bufavento. Don't let this semi-desert landscape fool you. The wind is quite cold. When I got to the airport, I was doubting my decision to take my jacket with me. But I think I'm gonna be very thankful for it this night. So I've got a winter sleeping bag which goes to -5 degrees even, and I've got really thick socks. What else I've got? Oh yeah, ski pants. I should be fine actually. Yeah, I'm prepared for this. Oh well, if it isn't our old friend, the Northern Cypriot flag, as grand as ever. What a treat. What an offensive landmark. Invited me for kebab. Say your name again?
Yes.
Mohammed?
Mohammed.
You forgot your name? Yeah, you're very nice to invite me. So you have a family dinner today? Oh, you want to have the camera?
Be careful.
No, he can. No, it's filming already. There he is! He's right into my trap. No. Okay. You take it. They were so friendly to give me some kebab.
Hayır anneciğim.
Hayır, Musa da-
bebeğim.
Like the electronic code.
Oh yes, of course.
Almam sana öyle yaparsan.
That was incredible. They just invited me for kebab like that, out of nowhere. I was just walking by, they're like, hey, you want to eat kebab with us? Without any hesitation. And he was like, hey, I can give you my number, because if you have any problems and so on, just call me. The father of the family, he was actually technical assistant of a hospital, so he's educated. But he didn't know where Austria is. Well, Not a problem, it's getting dark slowly. I still need to get to the castle, which is about 1 or 2 hours from here. We'll see. I'll make it. There's the castle, do you see it? Spectacular, but fuck man, how do I get up there? It seems kind of impossible, to be honest. I don't see any paths. Shit. The thing I'm asking myself time and time again is, how do they fucking build these things? I mean, that's quite an architectural feat. And they did it like 600 years ago, so wow. It's quite impressive. But I think the thing I will do right now is just find a place to camp now before the sun is down entirely. Leave my backpack there and then head up with a beer. Enjoy the view as the sunlight fades. So I'm searching for a place to sleep, preferably with a view, but there's no two trees standing close enough together. And laid my backpack somewhere, and now I don't know where it is. Shit man, got to find it before the goats get it. Whoa. Whoa. I certainly haven't got the right shoes for this, but I found my backpack. Hey, the moon is rising. I don't know for sure, but it might even be a full moon today. Good thing I'm not going up to the castle, because the guy said there's ghosts. Of course there are, it's a ruin. Well, you can actually view it on my channel. I did a documentary about the Vienna Underground and I met with some ghost hunters. And they told me that ruins are the perfect place for ghosts. Especially when there has been some kind of massacre and the whole place is teeming with bad spirits. So you can believe it or not. I don't know if I am. I'm pretty open about that, but shit man, it's not right next to a road. Well, that's not ideal. Maybe I need to go a bit farther. Yeah, I wouldn't camp in the ruin. I camped next to some ruins before. That was chill. But I would camp in the ruin. At least not yet. At least not at full moon. Oh, there's some bones here. Nice, okay. Perfect. It's getting spookier by the minute. That's how I like it. Okay, there's the view. There's Nicosia. I think that's the place. Yeah, why not? Why not here? I mean, I think that's a trail, but there's not really anyone coming by. Cypriots are quite lazy. They drive everywhere by car. The only one that hike are the tourists. So I think I'm safe. Let's do it. Let's build up camp. Yes, okay, well, you hardly see anything. But here's my hammock. And there's the view. I'm a lucky boy today. As I am every day actually, because let's face it, I know how to live life. And you can too, with the new adventure package from Dave. Or something like that. I'm working on it. But here, anyway, gonna crack a beer open. Because guess what? I know how to live. And you can too with the new adventure package by David Band Split. Just $9.99 for 24 hours. I don't even know what the adventure package is yet, but you can get it. You can be like me. Or, no, actually, please don't. It's a lot of crying. There we are. It looks like a wine bottle, but it's not, it's beer. Unfiltered FS. Man, this was a great day.
Probably can't see shit, but there's the moon. Oh yeah. Today I just said yes to every opportunity and yeah. Traveling alone is such a magical thing if you do it right. Especially if you're in a hospitable country like this one. To be fair, sorry Greek Cypriots, but the Turkish Cypriots are nicer than you are. So far at least. What the fuck is that noise? It's a strange fucking bird. Sounds like a mixture between a cat and a bird. Anyway, it has been great. And I'm pretty sure the next 5 days are gonna be just as great. Yeah. Join us for another episode of exploring a country that doesn't exist. Nah, I don't know shit anymore. Alright, good night.